Northeast direction is the only direction suitable for a temple in your house. Well, this is incomplete information. Northeast direction is definitely one of the preferred directions as per Vastu for a temple, but it's not the only one. If you're planning to make a temple in your house and if you do not have space in the northeast, there are other options as well. In this video, I'm going to discuss what are the other direction options that are possible for a temple in your house or in your office space or in your store. I will also share, depending on which god you worship, which direction temple is better suited for any space. So let's get started with this video. Northeast direction, as you would know, that it is one of the most preferred directions for a temple in your house or in any space. So if you have an option of having a temple in the northeast, you can have it there. Specifically, if you worship Shivji Bhagwan, it is a very good direction to have a temple in this direction. Let's say if you cannot have a temple in this direction, then you can move to east-northeast direction, which is also a good place for a temple. Specifically, if you worship Krishna Bhagwan, it is a very good direction to place his photograph or his idol in this direction. East-northeast direction is related to fun and recreation. Therefore, a temple of Krishna Bhagwan is well suited in this direction. If you do not have an option in the east-northeast direction, then you can prefer the east direction in your house. East direction is related to social associations and government-related work. Therefore, Lord Ram Bhagwan, a temple of his photograph in the east direction of any space is well suited. The next direction is east-southeast direction. This is a zone of churning and anxiety. Therefore, a temple is not recommended in this direction at all. If you have a temple existing in your house in the east-southeast direction, consider moving it to one of the preferred directions. After this, the next direction that comes is the southeast direction. The southeast direction is related to cash flow and fire in your house. Therefore, a temple over here is not recommended. However, if you do have a temple over here and if there's no possibility of shifting the temple, then make sure you add an idol of Durga ji or Lakshmi ji to the temple in this direction. Let's move to the next direction, which is the south direction. This direction as well is not well suited for a temple, so avoid having any gods' photographs or idols placed in this direction of any space completely. The next direction that comes is the south-southwest direction. This is a direction of disposal and expenditure. If a direction is related to disposal, obviously you cannot put anything as positive as a temple or a god's image in this direction. Therefore, avoid using any such things in the south-southwest direction. The direction after south-southwest is the southwest direction. This direction is related to skills and relationships in your life. However, a temple over here is also not recommended. If you have a temple over here, consider moving it to some other preferred directions and do not have a temple over here. Having a temple over here can lead to financial losses and accidents in your life, which obviously is something we do not want. Therefore, move the temple. The next direction is the west-southwest direction. So typically it is related to savings and education in your life. Therefore, a temple in this direction is not preferred. But if you do have a temple in this direction, then make sure you add Lord Saraswati ji's photograph or idol in this temple. The next direction after this is the west direction. If you have a temple in the west direction, it is actually a good direction to have a temple. You can have any god's temple in this direction. Specifically, Vishnu Bhagwan's temple in this particular direction is well suited. The next direction is the west-northwest direction, which is related to depression and detoxification, which again sounds like a negative thing, right? So if any direction is related to depression or detoxification, you're not going to put anything positive here. Therefore, a temple is not well suited in this direction. Next direction after this is the northwest direction. It is related to banking and support in your life. Therefore, Therefore, a temple in this direction as well is not well suited. Avoid having a temple over here completely. If you have it in an existing space, make sure you shift it to one of the other positive spaces. The next direction after this is the North-Northwest direction, which is related to intimacy and attraction in your life. Because the direction is attributed to intimacy and attraction, this is not a very well suited place for a temple. Therefore, avoid having a temple in this direction completely. The next direction after this is the North direction. The North direction is responsible for financial opportunities in your life. Therefore, it is a very good direction to have a temple. Specifically, having Ganesh Ji's Murti or Lakshmi Ji's Murti is preferred. So you can definitely have a temple in this direction. And the last direction is the North-Northeast direction, which is related to health and immunity. Having a temple over here is also allowed and well suited. So you can definitely have a temple over here. If you are confused about the directions I spoke about in this video, make sure you check the I button above, where I've shared a link to what these 16 directions are as per Vastu. How do you check them? So make sure you check that video out for any confusions. Do try these tips in your house, in your office, in your store, and let me know how it worked for you. If you have any other queries with regarding to this or Vastu in general, make sure you drop them in the comments below. For more Vastu related tips, subscribe to my channel SEB Elevating Life.